My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
You just found the perfect product that helps with staying cool during hot summer runs. No more gross warm water. Stay cool with this product from Gear Handle. This hydration tube cover helps keep your water cool and easily accessible. Stay hydrated during those long summer runs or even delay from freezing in the winter. Plus, they're compatible with various brands of water bladders and come in various colors. Visit GearHandle.com and use promo code H2O today. This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and today we have a very special guest here in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, so I'm Emma Cabral. I'm the owner of Tejas Aesthetics. Tejas Aesthetics is a med spa. We have a variety of services from Botox filler to IV hydration, and our focus is to combine health and beauty. Mm-hmm. And also our motto is to enhance your natural beauty. So for us, our approach is very natural and holistic.
I love that. We're so glad you're here for part of our wellness series. One of the first questions I always ask my guests is, what brought you to Waco, or are you a Waco native?
Ooh. So I am not from Waco, and I'm not from Texas.
Ooh, in Tejas Aesthetics.
I know,
wow.
But I guess we'll get into why I named my med spa Tejas. Okay. So I moved to the U.S. I immigrated from Mexico, the age of 14, and I kind of just wanted to further my education, and I wanted to, experience different things. Yeah. And overall, I think we were just in search of better opportunities. So I lived in Waco for about I don't know. I was 14 years old. I'm about to be 30. So I've lived for over 15 years. Yeah. So at this point, I am a Waco native. Yeah.
It's a title you claim. That's what I always tell people.
I'm like, wait, hold on. It's been too many years. But so I name my company Tejas because I think that Tejas is just a very unique state. And although I've traveled all over the US, I think Texas it's a little bit different. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, maybe my goal is to one day take Tejas out of state. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe we have a Tejas med spa in LA or something. I don't know. I think that was really cool, but we'll just stay tuned for that.
I love that.
Yes.
That's going to be amazing. And so how did you get started doing this? What's been your journey in the beauty industry?
So I have been a nurse for about 7 years. Wow. I have done a lot of different specialties. I've done ICU, emergency department, med surg. So I worked through COVID, and I did a lot of crisis response. Mm-hmm. So travel nursing, and I did a lot of driving back and forth and kind of being away from home to work. But that essentially, I think, brought me to the aesthetic side of nursing because it was hard. It was a very tough time. I don't feel like I realized it whenever that was happening. I can probably say probably all of us that worked through that time, we were just kind of
in survival mode. Yeah.
So after it kind of slowed down, and I think I was starting to realize that it was really affecting me mentally, physically, and overall I was I don't really know if this is what I want to do. So I had thought about aesthetic nursing for a long time, and I never really did anything, especially because Waco being so small. I think at that time it was not like very popular. So I will like watch YouTube videos and then I would like, follow injectors from like out of state, like, LA.
I see them on TikTok.
Yeah, like in California, those, like those bigger cities. And then whenever I was doing travel nursing in Dallas, one day I was like, you know what, I'm already here. And I think like it could be an opportunity here. So I started looking, trainings up. And then I end up taking like a mentorship program with Tracy Hawkins. And, I don't know how long it's been, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Oh, wow.
I opened my own med spa 2 years ago.
Wow.
After a year of on and off training and then just kind of like getting mentorship from Tracy.
I love that.
It's been amazing.
And what a wonderful journey, especially talking about that. And then with the focus being on wellness and mental health, I feel like that's so important, especially seeing where you've been and where you're going now. With that, what has it been like being a POC woman-owned business here in Waco? It's
been super cool. It is hard. I will say it's definitely really hard, especially starting off. I think that it takes a lot. Like, you don't realize how much work it's going to take. Like, you're going to be finance, you're going to be HR, you're going to be social media. I'm a whole influencer now. I have to like create content. And I'm like, it's so hard. But I think I've learned to just kind of like enjoy what I'm doing because overall, like, I know that I have a purpose. And my purpose is to impact women and men in a way that they know, like in a way that where they feel like they are empowered to do anything that they want to. So I think that you can do anything you want. You just have to put in the work.
I love that. That's a wonderful mission to have too. I love that. And I hear that you are launching a new campaign coming up.
I am. So we are actually going to celebrate our 2-year anniversary in October. And we're also launching a campaign in late September. Not going to release the date yet, but we are going to be launching a lot of promos. We're going to have maybe an event. So we're super excited about that. And then it's also super cool because we have a collab with other...
Can you shout it out?
Other injectors in the industry. So that was super cool. And I think for me, building a community, it's like very important. So I think that was probably like the first step of something great. I'm super excited. We'll see where this takes us.
Yay. And what is something you look forward to most, or what is something you enjoy about doing what you do?
Honestly, I think meeting people. I'm a people person and I love to like listen to people. I love to talk. I love to know their story. So I think overall just kind of like getting to know different people and like getting to know their journey, because I feel like, a lot of the times, like, I'm looking at you, but like, I think that you're, like a successful podcast. You've been in the industry for 4 years, but like, what really has taken for you to be here? So I think that's something that I always try to kind of like ask questions. I'm like, well, how was it? And like, I try
You're
to
not
like
supposed
really,
to interview me. No.
I really try to get to like the why and like, the what you did to get here type of stuff. So I really enjoy that.
I love that. And again, it sounds like you've put a lot of hard work and dedication into what you're doing now. So it's really beautiful to get to see, especially when you're trying to like build in something for our community, something for women, something to empower others in our community. That's beautiful to see. And that's what we love to see here on the podcast as well. So it's so fun to also get to know your story, which is why we do the whole show, right? But with that, what do you think is something you're looking forward to most? I know we're already halfway through the year. It's already September. What are you looking forward to by the end of 2025?
The end of 2025.
It's coming up.
Honestly, I think our campaign. Like, I'm looking forward to that. And then it's going to go on for a few months. So before we know it, it's going to be the end of the year. And then we have to kind of amp up for 2025. So I have not gotten that far yet.
We're living day by day.
I'm just a few months ahead. We'll get there. But yeah, that's
that.
what I'm most excited about, just because we've been working super hard on that.
Mm-hmm. In 2 years, that's absolutely amazing to celebrate. Kind of tell me how you got started and like what that journey was like, just to put into to get going.
So getting started, so basically you have to do a lot of research because there's a lot of things that are very gray, especially in the med spa industry. So getting started is definitely difficult. The cost to open anything is really, really high. So I think just cost wise, and then kind of like separating yourself from, competitors. I really don't think that, I think there's market for everybody. You just have to kind of be original and then really know who you're trying to target. So I think just getting started for me, it was the cost, just because you invest all this money and you really don't know if you're gonna, get it back. So I think that was like super scary. And it's still scary because, sometimes you invest a lot of money and you really don't know if it will come back. So just getting started. And then also, I think like being afraid of failure, it's really scary, like in general, because like not so much financial, but like has like a personal goal. Like you put in all this work and for like, what if it doesn't work out?
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's part of it. And like, you just have to take the risk.
I love
in
that.
whatever you do.
I love that. And I mean, like, I didn't even have to ask you, but one of the questions I usually ask is, what is some advice you would give to somebody who's either wanting to start something or follow their passion?
One, I'll say make sure that you're very passionate about, because it's going to take a lot and you're going to doubt it so many times. So many times. So
in a good way.
In a good way. But if you're starting something, just make sure that like you really want to do this. Also, I am a very analytical person. So like before I take any decisions, I literally will think about it, pray about it. So definitely be passionate about whatever it is that you're doing, because there's going to be times that they're going to challenge you. So I think that's probably the biggest piece of advice that I would say.
Wow. I love that. And of course, where can we find you? Tell us your location, all the things.
Yes, we have a storefront now,
Yay.
which we are super proud of that. It is on Laker, 921 Laker, Suite C, where the old Giorgio's bridal used to be. That new complex, that's where we're at. But we're also on social media, Instagram and Facebook, has Tejas Aesthetics. Or you can also find me as Waco Mobile Injector on Instagram. But yeah. That's where you can find us. We also have a website now.
Woo-hoo.
We have a bunch of stuff coming.
Yay!
So our website is obviously www.tejasaesthetics.com. And yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, with that, we'll take a quick commercial break and then we'll be right back.
Okay, awesome.
And now for a word from our sponsors.
I need to get real excited.
Sure.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Sheridan Vasquez, and this is Sheridan Soundcheck Sessions. And I will be interviewing some of your favorite musicians and maybe some you've never heard before. Join me on Sheridan Soundcheck Sessions for something new every time. You can find Sheridan Soundcheck Sessions anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemediamusic.com. Yeehaw. And keep the music playing.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, I'm April,
Hi, I'm Caroline.
and we have a new podcast for you. What's it called, Caroline?
Bloody Happy Hour.
It's going to be your new favorite guilty pleasure. We're going to talk about some bloody stuff. Serial killers, true crime,
Rape.
rapists. Why not join us? We'll have a good time.
You literally never know. I don't know what I'm going to say. Bloody Happy Hour. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, this is Sarah,
And I'm Carter.
and this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and vinyl. So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
And now, back to the episode.
Welcome back from break. We were just talking about all the exciting things you have come up, and of course where we can find you and all the information. One of the first questions I love to ask when we get back from break is, what is something you would like to see more of in Waco?
In Waco, I think we're already seeing a lot, but definitely a lot more like experiences to like activities to do, I will say. We're definitely are getting more, but I will say that's something that I will want.
Okay.
Just because I like to do things.
We like to go out.
I like to go out.
We like to be with the girls.
So that's something that I wish we had a little bit more, but I think it's growing, and I like where Waco's going.
Yeah, and with that, I mean, obviously Waco has grown so much, especially in the last, couple years. Since COVID, it's been exponential to getting to see that.
Yes.
But with that, of course, what do you think you love most about Waco?
I think I love that it's big enough to have like a simple life, because I love my peace.
Protect your peace.
And after living in like DFW, Houston for work, like a short amount of time too, like my contracts were like 3 months. But after that, I feel like I really missed the non-traffic. I really missed the taking about 15-20 minutes to get somewhere rather than being stuck in traffic.
I was in Austin this weekend
for about 30 minutes.
It was whack.
Yeah,
we were there for like an hour just sitting in traffic.
Just sitting in traffic is like, it makes you drive like 2 times. So I will say like I definitely love that it's like pretty chill. But if you like, we're not too far from the bigger cities. Like for me, driving is not like a big thing. So like going to Dallas and Austin for like the day and coming back, that's fine. Like,
but I don't want to live there.
I just don't live there. I don't want to be stuck in traffic. And also the cost of living is so high.
Yeah.
So I would say that like we are pretty cool where we have enough stuff to do, and also we're close enough to go and experience other things. So I really do like that.
Yay. I love that. And with that, obviously starting your business here and, starting your life here, I bet that was absolutely amazing. And again, just getting to see that growth. But it's so funny because so many people I have on the podcast say like, oh, they went away for work or they went to a bigger city for school and then they end up coming back and it's like, oh, we're just in love with Waco.
Yeah.
It has that small town feel, but still big city vibes.
Yeah.
There's still stuff to do. And I think, again, going back to what you would like to see more of in Waco, just more things to do is absolutely amazing. And really just, creating that infrastructure and that community to come together. With that, obviously being a business owner, you've been able to kind of see that development as well. What has that been like, getting to see the community grow over, I guess, the last 15 years of being in Waco?
It's definitely changed a lot. Like I would say that. Just getting to see Waco grow has been pretty cool. But I really think it hasn't, like, it changed the most, like, over the last, like, 5 years. But it's been super amazing. And as a business owner, I think that's good for us. Just because, like, that means that more people are coming here. That means, a bigger market. And also, I think that all these things are innovating. Like, I feel like it's a really good time for you to like innovate and bring things to Waco that we don't necessarily have already. So I think it's a great market to kind of bring the little spark that's missing. Yeah.
I love that. And with that, obviously, I'm sure it has grown so much, especially with your businesses your business continuing to grow as people come in, what are maybe some of your goals that you're looking forward to? We are already in September. It's already the end of the year. Any quantitative or qualitative goals?
I would say my biggest goal is probably like grow my team. Right now I have another injector, Eliza, and I want to essentially have a whole like team where we empower each other and when we're kind of like, a group of badasses.
Yes.
But I think that's my next goal.
I love
kind
that.
of expanding a little bit and bringing for sure a front desk because we don't have one right now. So we kind of do everything like, from like the check-in to the service to the checkout. So I think a front desk is probably our next step.
Okay, I love that. And so I don't know if you want to go ahead and do it now, but walk me through a process of what it's like if I was a customer walking in. Give me the rundown. If you want to look at my beautiful face, you're more than welcome to. But tell me all about it. What would you do?
I would normally start off by, obviously introducing myself. And I'm like, I will go into like, how did you hear about me? Like, what is it that that brings you to me? Like, why did you pick me? And normally they will say, I've been following you for a while and I just really like
on the gram.
Yeah, on the gram, obviously. But for most time, people come to me because I'm a very like natural results driven injector. And then also like I try to be very like health and wellness advocate. Myself, I try to stay active, eat my greens. So because I feel like overall like you need to take care of your body like as a whole. So and then we'll jump right into the consultation.
Yay, consult me.
I usually ask, like, what do you like the most about yourself? What are some insecurities? So
we're getting deep on the podcast now. Let's see. How should I answer that? I mean, I obviously love my personality. I mean, I think I'm really pretty. I don't know. I guess, like, I've always been insecure. I think it's more imposter syndrome, if that's right, where you don't think, like, you're like, oh, other people are doing so much better. Everybody looks so much more beautiful. I'm just here, I'm just me. I'm just a girl in the world.
Yeah.
Obviously, I feel like I try to put my best foot forward in most instances. But I mean, I feel like all women, and I mean, I'm sure men as well, still have those same insecurities. Or it's like maybe people don't think I'm funny. But I mean, for like my physical attributes, I mean, I do probably need to eat more greens and work out, as you said. First off, but I mean,
there's always
a
balance.
There's always a balance. There's always a balance. I work at Cultivate, so I always tell people, I'm like, I don't need a gym membership because Cultivate's my gym membership because I'd be lifting chairs, I'd be going up and down those stairs, I'd be doing everything, lifting all those tables. So I do try to stay like relatively active. But that's interesting. Maybe here, you tell me too.
So I don't know. I guess just listening to you, that's so crazy because like my number one, like the reason why I try to like ask a lot of questions is because I, like you see yourself so much different than everybody else. Like I just said, like you've had your podcast for 4 years. That's like really like something cool to like be proud of. And like, just like the thought of you like thinking, oh, people may not see me as I see myself. But I think a lot of the times you're just in your head.
I think so.
And like, obviously I am too, but I think that something that I've been really working on is just kind of being yourself. Because at the end of the day, like that's what will draw people to you. Just being authentic and just being, truthful to yourself.
Yeah.
Also, nobody has what you got.
Snaps.
So, I mean, like at the end of the day, people that are, like drawn to you, they'll like come to you because like you have something unique that they're interested in. So I really think that that's something that, you should be proud of. Just because nobody has what you got.
Yay. I love that. And again,
like there may be other podcasts, but you have your audience and that audience is drawn to you for a reason.
Yeah.
So I don't really think that
Wow.
you should be like intimidated. But
Well, it was funny because when we first got in here, you were like, I'm nervous. And I was like, I'm nervous. We're both nervous. I was like, there's no reason to be nervous. We're just girl chatting.
I love that.
But that's so wonderful. Get to just like hear. And, I'm glad that you're also pushing this message on other people as well. Just like accept yourself, enhance your natural beauty.
Yeah.
Bring wellness into your life.
And sometimes, people will come to me and they're like, I'm insecure about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what services do you recommend? And for the most part, I'm like, I think that if we like enhance a little bit here, a little bit there, I don't necessarily think that you need it. I think that you will like it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I feel like you absolutely need it? Probably not.
Yeah.
And there's things that, sometimes I'm like, we can do it. I think that it will look great, but I also don't think that, that you need it necessarily.
I love that.
But as far as I did ask how old you were when we started, just because I'm like, she looks super young.
I'm a baby. It's
You really
okay.
are. So I really try to be very conservative, especially when on my younger clients, because you're
Younger.
young.
You're only 32.
Yeah.
So.
I'm 30. 30. Don't tell me I'm 32.
No, I'm at 30 also.
But for my younger clients, I definitely will say I do, and for everybody, honestly, like especially the first time I treat anybody on anything, I really try to be very conservative just because I want to see how your body reacts. I want to, let you kind of get used to it. I would say I like baby Botox or preventative Botox is probably a good option. Just a little bit, just a little sprinkle. And the reason why is because, the longer that we make this facial expressions, like, we frown, we smile.
That's me.
And you're very expressive. Like, you smile a lot. And that's me too. Like, sometimes I'm recording videos and I'm like, why am I smiling? But for people that are super expressive, I would say just a little bit of like preventative Botox just to kind of like help the skin not crease that way. Because the longer that you wait to treat yourself, the deeper they'll get. And then it's harder to treat them.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. And then I will say for you, you have beautiful skin. So I don't really know if you take care of it, but it kind of seems like it.
I try a little bit.
So I would say definitely a little bit of Botox, just a tad bit if you wanted to. Skincare. I think skincare is probably going to give you like the most like long lasting results. Just because like although you get, like if you do get treatment, you still need to take care of your skin. Just because we get exposed to, the sun. So just make sure that you wear sunscreen daily.
I need that base with the SPF in it.
So just probably sunscreen. Maybe a little bit of Botox. You have beautiful lips. I don't necessarily think that they are like, they need to be plump. But
sometimes I do feel like my upper lip's a little small.
But no, it does not small. When you smile, it hides. It tucks.
Yeah.
So that like we have a muscle. We have a lot of muscles, but we have a muscle on top of our mouth, and that's what basically like helps us grip. Suck up at a straw, talk. And then when you smile, that muscle tucks your lip in. So maybe a lip flip. And what a lip flip is a little bit of like Botox and you inject it and it makes your muscle relax a little bit. And it will relax enough to where it doesn't tuck in whenever you smile.
Interesting.
So it makes your lip flip. And it gives it like a little bit of like a
little
full
more padding.
Yeah. A little bit like a full appearance without like being too invasive.
Interesting.
So like not necessarily lip filler, but just a little bit of lip flip. And it's super quick. It probably takes me like 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And the side effects are very like minimal. It's super safe, super quick. And super affordable.
Yay. Also, I feel like I have hooded eyes, so I don't got a lot of room for eyeshadow, which I'm like.
So there's also, you can do an eyebrow lift.
That will give me more room.
Yes. So it will kind of like just lift the tail of your eyebrow. And I love Botox. It can be very versatile. Like you can use Botox for a lot of things, not just wrinkles. So it can lift the eyebrow. So like whenever you close your eyes, feel here, you'll feel a muscle. Like
I can feel it. Yeah.
Like relax.
I can like feel it. Right
here. So we will inject like tiny doses there because it's a very small muscle and it will relax the eyebrow.
Interesting.
and it will kind of like keep that muscle from drawing it down, and instead of that, it's going to lift it up.
Wow.
So you can do a little bit of an eyebrow lift.
I just need a little extra room for eyeshadow, you know? I love doing a wild eyeshadow looks.
But yeah, eyebrow lifts. And then you can do so many more things with toxin.
Okay.
I recently treated this Texas heat. I recently treated myself for hydrophoresis, which is like excessive sweating.
That's
I don't know if it's excessive sweating or is this heat, but like I will sweat a lot, and that's like a big insecurity for me. So you can diminish.
I'm sweating right now as we're talking.
You can diminish sweat by injecting hyper diluted neurotoxin into your armpits. Some people do it at the palm of the hands. You know, whenever people get nervous, they get super sweaty. You can also do that, but I think for me the biggest change, has been my underarm.
Wow. Yeah. That's so interesting.
I don't have no sweat stains.
Yay!
And I know that's probably something that people really...
I've never thought about that.
Because I used to be very like, you know, self-conscious about it. I'm like, oh, I'm so sweaty. Why am I sweating? But yeah.
Okay, amazing. Anything else you would recommend or say, or what's the rest of the process like?
So then obviously I go into... I give my recommendation, and then I ask, you know, what do you think? What do you want to do the most, or what do you want to change the most? And usually I try to like accommodate to like what they wanting to do. If they want like a very natural, if they want to look, you know, you will still continue to look like yourself. Like these treatments are very natural and very versatile and very custom. So I would say we'll go over like, you know, what are your expectations? And then I go over, you know, pricing, budget. And if, you know, it's out of your budget, we can always do treatment plans. So, and that's good too. Like we don't always necessarily have to treat everything. A lot of the times just doing that little bit, that's going to make the most, you know, like I bet that if we did a lip flip on you, you'll be super happy.
I would probably notice it more.
And then after that, you'll probably be like,
well, actually.
You'll be like, actually, I'm willing to try it a little bit more.
Okay.
And a lot of the times it's like, you don't know what to expect. Yeah. So just that little bit, and like knowing after like, you know, experiencing and knowing that you're going to be okay, and that like you are actually being heard. I think that actually like gains the client's trust. Yeah.
I love that.
So yeah.
And it sounds like you have an amazing team of people that you're already working with as well.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful to get to see that. With that, is there anybody on your team or anybody you would like to shout out?
Yes. So Eliza, she's my new injector. She has done a lot of training in the DFW area. But we are looking for live models.
Hey.
We are trying to build her portfolio.
I guess that was my time.
So we're always taking model call for her. And then we recently have been working with our PR, Ayana, which
shout out.
She has set up all my interviews and all my podcasts.
Thank you so much.
She pretty much handles like our social media. She's great. Yeah. So Ayana has been amazing. Just them too.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. And with that, one more time, give us where we can find you, find more information about you. How can we book with you?
Okay. So obviously you can find us on the gram, Tejas Aesthetics, or you can find myself at Waco Mobile Injector. And you can also find us on our website, www.tejasaesthetics.com. You can also book through the website, or we also have everything linked on our link tree on our social media. Facebook is just Tejas Aesthetics. And again, we're located at 921 Suite C on Lake Air. So come see us, shoot us a DM. We love the gram. I would say that's where we're the most active.
Always out there.
So yeah, just come see us and stay tuned for our campaign launching late September.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
We're super excited. Mark your calendars. I'm not going to give a date, but just know it's coming.
Okay, amazing. And last but not least, is there anything else you would like our listeners to know? It's time for your soapbox moment, just to thank everybody and tell them to come out.
Remember that our goal is never to change your natural beauty, but only to enhance it. And our core values is, I like to say, Tejas is where beauty meets health. So even if you want to come in for a B12 shot or a IV hydration, if you wanted to just follow us to, kind of stay motivated on your healthy journey. We usually post about, our workouts. I'm pretty big about posting my workouts.
Inspo.
The reason why is because I think a lot of the times people are influenced. So if I can influence somebody in a good way, and it's okay if you just skip through my story, it's fine. But for the most part, I like to stay pretty intentional about what I'm doing and where I'm going. So if you just want to follow us on social media and be friends, that's also cool.
Oh, I love that. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Yes.
Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production. Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support in a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.